so much for being here on the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with Traci. Traci and I met in a networking event, and I knew that she would have so much to share with you guys. So thank you so much for booking the time to be here, Traci. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone how is it that you shed your light in the world?
Thank you, Melanie. So excited to be here and to have met you and to be, in front of your group. So really appreciate that. So my journey has been long and windy, and I have been an entrepreneur for many years and then worked with a startup for about 9 years. And during that time, it was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of stress and ended up developing a lot of health issues and just really wasn't aligned with who I was and who I wanted to be and my authentic self.
Mhm.
And so that did cause a lot of issues. Ended up with cervical radiculopathy, and then for had that for like 15 months, which is a ridiculous nerve pain that goes down your neck, over through your shoulder, down your arm. And so it really reduced the quality of my life for a long time. I couldn't even drive. My husband had to drive me to chiropractor and acupuncture weekly just so that I could, survive and manage the pain. And after that, it went away just as quickly as it came. But most people only deal with it for 4 to 6 weeks. I dealt with it for 15 months. So I knew that there was something emotional going on, but I couldn't really figure out what was going on. And then that went into panic attacks and anxiety attacks for several years. And through a lot of self-growth and a lot of learning, I finally managed to figure out how to control those. And, first of all, I didn't even realize panic attacks and anxiety attacks were different. I thought they were the same thing until I started experiencing them and then realized, oh, they were very, very different. So I managed to get control of that. And then breast cancer, double mastectomy, and had reconstructive surgery in 15 hours of anesthesia. And so I was really in a fog. And I knew that I didn't want to go back to the career the way I had had it, that I needed to make a change, but I still wasn't ready to cut that umbilical cord until they cut it for me. So 2 weeks after my reconstructive surgery, my second surgery, I was let go. I was still in a haze from the anesthesia. I couldn't care for myself. I was still bandaged, still in pain, and everything I knew was gone. My identity, the way I knew it, was gone. And then from that, I really had to, sit with myself. I couldn't do anything else. So for years and years, I'd been on the go, but there was absolutely nothing I could do but sit in a recliner and just be with myself. And that's where I really was able to find alignment once again. And through that alignment, I was able to find clarity, and I developed the Thrive Mindfulness method. And then I discovered the connections that I was missing, and I started talking to women just like me and finding out that they all had the same fears and the same worries, and were looking at this next chapter feeling like they were too late, like what if they would never be able to live out that dream that they had. And I knew that I had to do something different. And that's when Elevate 50 Plus was born. And that's how you and I met, Melanie, was through a networking meeting. And Elevate 50 Plus is where I get to put all of my mindfulness methods, but also work with strategy and helping with women really live their dreams and live it through collaboration and not competition, where we can all work together to build each other up.
So beautiful. It's such a beautiful journey, difficult for sure to experience, and then the way that you found your new passion and purpose is what is really inspiring. How did you first knew that this was going to be your path?
I didn't. I don't think you know right away, right? I think that's one of the lies that we're told is that you're just going to wake up and you're going to know what you want to do. And I spent so many years thinking that was going to happen, and that's what ended up keeping me stuck much longer. If I wish I would have just focused on alignment and focused on following my joy at that point. And following my joy, following that love is what really led me down that path. And being willing to adapt and pivot and being willing to take steps forward, even if I don't know if I'm stepping off a cliff or stepping onto something solid, just being willing to do that, I think made a big difference.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. Can you tell us more about your community and what is the experience like in the group?
Yeah, so Elevate 50 Plus is a does have a mastermind element, but it's so much more than a mastermind group. It's really meant for business owners, midlife women, business owners who are also serving midlife women. And the reason for that is because that way we can really all collaborate together. We know our ideal client because we are our ideal client. And we can also help each other because we have our ideal client at different stages of her life and what she's looking at. And what I found different in this community, Melanie, than what I found in anything else that I've ever done is that the women are really about lifting each other up and helping each other. And it is not competition at all. Even when you have businesses like mine with when I started was Achieve Greatness Daily and I did the Thrive Mindfulness method and I shared that through a course. And as we know, mindset is so powerful, right? And years, a decade ago, 2 decades ago, when I started talking about mindset, nobody was talking about mindset. And
Mm,
today, everybody is talking about mindset and has mindset as part of their program. So it's kind of hard to stand out. And um, it's something that somebody might think, oh, there's a lot of competition. I look at it as more collaboration because even if somebody's teaching mindset, the chances that they're teaching mindset exactly the way I am, or that they are going to attract the same type of
mhm,
women to them is it's we're going to attract different people. We're going to speak differently. We're going to have a different thought, a different take on it.
mhm. For sure. Oh, that's beautiful. And so for those that are watching that are curious about joining the group, we're going to put the links in the comments, obviously, so it's easy for them to find it. But what would you say is the biggest reason why people join? Like people are watching that are kind of thinking, that could be something that would work for me. What do you find is the decision maker for a lot of people?
I think it's two things, Melanie. I think some people join for proximity, right? They want to be in proximity with others to be able to move forward in their business and learn from others. And part of it is also just that collaboration and that strategy. Knowing what to do next. I think that's the hardest part for women when they're trying to reach their dreams. They know they have this dream and they may have been in business or they may not have been in business, but chances are they've never really ran a business from start to finish, right? They've never started their own. And so by being part of the group, they're really able to develop that strategy and really know what is the next step. And not just any next step. It's not like, okay, this is a next step I can take, but this step is what I should take for the strategy, for the goals. This is what's going to help me get to where I want quicker. And it's not about growing into the multi-millions, like I've helped businesses grow in the past. But if we can take one small strategy that could help us grow into multi-millions, but instead say, no, I'm going to shift this back to my energy.
Mm.
And now I can put the strategy into place, and with the effort that I want to give, with the life that I want to live, I can create a business and create the impact that I want without that burnout, without having to work 100 hours a week.
That's beautiful. I love it. I think that your passion and your energy is really coming through, and you just are connected to what you're meant to be. And so I love that. And it's really radiating from you.
Thank you. Alignment, I think, is so important, right? That's the thing that I really realized I was missing. I
Mhm.
had the intention was there. I've learned a lot about intentions over the years, but I was missing alignment, and I'm glad that you see that I found it. I work really hard at it.
Yes, it's beautiful, beautiful to see. I
I
always
shouldn't say I
ask,
work hard at it. I just work consciously at it.
yes, it's just kind of gained momentum too over the years, right?
Yeah.
That's what happens with it. Oh, that's beautiful. One question I always ask everyone is, what is one conscious love to you? What comes to mind?
One conscious love to me is taking the time to live in the present moment and finding the joy, the love, the kindness, the connection in that present moment. And if I can find it there, then I can find it with myself and I can find it with others as well.
That's true. Very beautiful. Yes, indeed. That is a gorgeous way to see it. Anything else you want to share with everyone watching?
Just know that even during the darkest times, that life is working for you, through you, and with you. And when you're trying to achieve your goals or dreams, sometimes it's easy to put so much pressure on it. Like, oh my gosh, if we don't get it, the life is not going to be the way we wanted. Instead of putting that pressure on it, maybe think of it differently and say this or something better.
Mm. That's
Two of my
beautiful.
favorite sayings.
I love it. And I think that's really appropriate this time of year as the holidays are coming up as well. And there's all those pressures as well around those social events that we're going to be attending. So I think you can apply it to multiple aspects of our lives for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here, Traci. Everyone watching, please reach out and make a friend and new connection. You're going to learn, you're going to be inspired, and who knows, maybe more as well.
Thank you, Melanie, so much. Really appreciate you taking the time with me today and have loved meeting you.
Oh, thank you for your time. I appreciate you being here. I look forward to having you again on the One Conscious Love Network at different events and communities, events that are coming up as well. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and thank you for being here, Traci. We'll talk soon.